You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday to you. It is the 23rd. I haven't done one of these in forever. And I was asked last night, how do you do a podcast, write a book, build a website, start a new practice, how do you have time for that? And it turns out I don't, but I'm going to work on that a little bit more because this is a good outlet for me to visit with you guys and really to interact. You know, my only interaction with society yesterday was a brief stint at the grocery store, and I didn't see a single soul I knew, which is strange because that rarely happens, but it made for a more efficient trip, but not a more fun one. I usually like to do my old man in the grocery store visit with people that are trying to get out of there just like me, but didn't do that yesterday. We did some other things. One of the things I want to talk about today is happiness, and what is it? Do we need it? Is it a fleeting emotion? Is it a state of being? Is it an achievement? Is it an achievement to become happy? Is it a mental state where you just say, you know what, damn it, I know it's not great, but it's been worse. I'm happy. Or is it just an emotion that you feel from time to time when you're properly stimulated? I don't know the answer to this, but I think we'll get closer to it by the end of this podcast, hopefully. A few years back, it's getting to be more and more like several years back, I guess now, but I was doing a public speaking thing and doing the intros and all the things before the show. And, you know, you're introducing yourself and everybody's introducing themselves to you. And it was a great room, a lot of energy, a lot of good people. And everybody was there because we shared the same reason. We shared the same goal, you know, to inspire other people to do better for themselves, not for the world, but, you know, start with yourself and then the other stuff will come. And, you know, introduce yourself. Well, by day I'm a project manager or whatever I was. And this guy came up and I hadn't introduced myself to him yet. And he said, hey, I'm so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I'm Derek. I'm a project manager. He said, oh, are you happy? I said, what? It took me off guard. He didn't give a shit what I did for a living. He didn't care why I was there that day. He was more interested in if I was happy, and if so, why, and if not, why not? And that was a profound interaction because I've thought about that ever since. We define ourselves by what we do, not by who we are and how we are. And I thought that was fantastic. So I've tried that a couple times, and people look at me like perhaps my jacket sleeves aren't long enough and they should probably tie in the back instead of the front. But I'm going to keep going with that because it's interesting. Your gut reaction is, oh, of course I'm happy. I'm here. I'm talking to you, and I'm out and about, and I'm doing all the things, and I've got the pretty car and all the other stuff. I got everything. I am happy. Are ya? Now, I used to drive a little BMW SUV. I love that thing. It was great. It was fun, efficient, comfortable. Even my dad liked it. He was a Ford guy. Well, now I'm driving for the winter car, a 2004 Ford Explorer. My payments on it are zero because I did the dad thing and said, okay, every time you don't have a car that you're making payments on, put that payment in the bank. And by the time it's time to buy a new one, you'll have the money and you won't have the payment. Well, guess what? I did that, and my insurance is cheaper. The bank account continues to grow. Am I happy? Yeah, financially I'm happy. I love that. I love not having a payment. I love not paying $300 a month for car insurance. But I also miss the comfort of a heated seat, a heated steering wheel. I didn't realize how much that meant to an older person with maybe some abused joints over their life. But my God, that heating steering wheel is kind of nice in the spring and the fall. But am I happy? Yeah, because I'm following advice of a genius. And it took me till I was 52 and a half almost to get that through my head. But being able to drive a car that the salt in this state, I wish we didn't use it. God, I wish we could come up with a better plan. There are better plans. It's amazing that 50 or 49 of the other states can come up with it, but we can't. Auto capital of the world, and we rust our pieces to shit. But why would I drive something nice in the winter? Instead of having that permanent car payment, why not drive this old girl? And it's not pretty. And if you want to take a pretty girl out on a date, it's probably not impressive. But if your date is judging you based on your vehicle, that's probably not the right person anyway, right? Maybe they should say, oh, he's got a really cool green truck in the barn. We'll go for riding that in the summer. Or maybe they're like, where's the BMW, jackass? I'm out of here. Thanks for dinner. Bye. That's not what's happening, but that's the perception is you have to have all this stuff to be happy. That stuff thing, that's achievement level happiness. You've achieved happiness through acquisition and through effort. And I don't want it to be like that for me. I like to wake up happy. And most of the times I do. It's great to be able to wake up and say, still here. No hangover. A little achy, but that's okay. That's from a life well lived, right? What is the emotion state of happiness? Well, to me, it'd be that climbing in that new car, that instant rush of, oh my God, that smells so good. Oh my God, this leather seat is so fucking nice. Wow, can you feel that heated steering wheel? All the bones in your hands are like, thanks for that. To me, that's an emotional state. That's I've been inspired or stimulated to that piece of happiness, that state of happiness. Something had to happen for me to get to that state or that emotion. I'm sorry, not state, but that emotion. The emotion was caused by something. There was an input to the system that caused this emotion. You get home and there's a letter from your mom. I love that. I get these letters. Mom writes these little cards that have sailboats and lighthouses. They're perfect. I save every one. That makes me happy. That's an instant input into my emotional happiness, and I love it. Or one of the ladies at work will bring in a treat, a blueberry muffin or some candy, M&Ms, that kind of stuff. That is emotional input that causes happiness. And it can last as long as you want it to. It's not as sustainable, I don't think, as state-based happiness. And these are all things I'm coming up on the cuff with here, but these are the three categories I came up with. The reason for the categories is because in my brain, I need to put things in little sections, little silos, if you want to say silo. That's an overused word in corporate America right now. But if I break things down to the lowest common denominator, like, for instance, what I did with this, is it an emotion, a state, or an achievement? I've achieved happiness through busting my ass and buying all the things I want. Temporary, because what if I have this beautiful car that I've saved up for or done all the work on, like my pickup? I love that old truck. I would be devastated if somebody T-boned me and wrecked it. Would I be devastated? Would I be miserable and unhappy for the rest of my days? No. Temporary happiness would be gone. Rage would fill that void immediately. I've been in a car crash before where somebody T-boned a brand new truck, and it went from, haha, I'm so happy, to, what did you just do? I'm going to pound you into the dirt. Rage fills it in quickly. And emotions, they seem to come and go. I can start off the day happy, look at Facebook, which ladies and gentlemen, I need to talk to you about this for a second, because this is affecting my happiness, and I know what to do to fix it. I'm devastated by reading some of the shit that people are posting on Facebook right now. It is awful. I see some people I love with all my heart saying some really shitty things about people they've been friends with for 35 years, and it's all rooted in politics and the spin, and everything that they hate equals you're stupid if you voted this way, and everything that we hate, you're stupid if you voted the other way. I look at the people I used to have a ton of respect for. I'm like, my God, I hope you find your way through this morass of awfulness. I think it's robbing you of your happiness, but I also think that sometimes some people need a reason to be pissed off. As much as I need a reason to be happy, that's my normal mental state, my normal emotion, my normal achievement. See, I used all three there. But some of these people, I think they want to be upset. And like Dad always said, if you want to be happy, chances are you're going to be. If you want to be pissed off, you want to find a reason to be pissed off, probably going to find one. It kind of stinks. I know the computers are smarter than us and AI is taking over and Skynet is forming, but the logarithms or algorithms, not logarithms, algorithms that form, like if you pick a picture of a race car, all of a sudden, holy shit, you get a lot more race cars on your feed. I know that because I have tested it inadvertently, but that's like, why am I getting all these pictures? Oh, all these videos. Oh, yeah, I clicked on one that showed Bill Elliott's car that was Dad's favorite. And I get plenty, which is great, but that's not all I wanted to see. I want to see pictures of all my friends because I've tried to switch. I'm moving away. I have to from Facebook. What a shithole. It used to be fun to see everybody's pictures and their updates and the fun stuff, but my God, for some reason it's the noisy, angry ones that are dominating. Good Lord, let it go. Do you think bitching about it online is going to fix it? I don't. I think what's happened to these people that are obsessed with being pissed off and angry is they've let the emotion of an event, and whatever it is, whatever the event is, they let the emotion that was caused by the event, it turn it into a state. And that's awful, and I feel bad for them because it gotta be a miserable way to go through life, just angry and pissed and living in an echo chamber, getting confirmation from everybody else that's angry and pissed. I like the echo chamber of, oh, it's a good day. My grandson did this, or my niece did this, and my nephew did that. All that stuff. I like that stuff. That helps my state. So as I wander down the path of life, and as Uncle Marv said, the line continues to get shorter, I'm trying to find a way to live and behave and act so that my happiness is a state that has its own solid foundation and that very few other people can influence to the bad. If I'm truly happy, if I'm content, and there's probably a discussion between contentment and happiness, I'm sure there is. Of course there is. Are you content to be miserable? Some people are. Well, I'm content to be happy. I'm going to keep going with that. But my goal is to continue to build a life, and I do it in little chunks. Build a life where happiness is a state. And so you seek out people that are like that. You seek out people that do things for others, and that's where they find their happiness. Things that you do for yourself to build that state of happiness. Don't make it an achievement. Achievements come and go. Don't make it an emotion. I mean, you can embrace the emotion when it happens. But again, emotions come and go. And the thing I think you have to be super careful with, and this is not some medical journal that I read it out of, this is just me overthinking things like normal. You have to be careful that the achievements and the emotions don't become the state if they lead you down the wrong path. It's easy to do. I mean, 2025 has not started off like I anticipated it starting off. It was quite the opposite. It went the complete opposite direction. I was miserable for a few weeks. Just the emotions of happiness were there, but the state was misery and pissed off and angry and, on the ragged ass edge of making bad choices. It didn't, but it was not a good start. Do I see the light now? Absolutely. Is the emotion and the achievement side of happiness sustainable? No. Is it permanent? Also no. So if your state is solid, your foundation of your state is solid, you'll be able to maintain it over time. Now, there's going to be ups and downs, of course. But man, if you hang in there, build that thing so that it is sustainable by you alone, you are going to have a great life. You will be happy more than you're not. How about that? Isn't that something that would be a great goal? Happy more than I'm not. Not some joyful idiot where nothing impacts me. I mean, I can be the idiot, but that's unsustainable. But man, you wake up happy, you go to bed happy. What a great way to live. I've seen it done. I'm going to try to do the same thing. And I think you should too. Start each day with something for yourself. Build that. I think happiness is just like a muscle. You got to exercise it. The more you exercise, whatever emotion you choose, the stronger it's going to be. I'm going to choose to work out my happiness today. Part of it is interacting with you folks. It's my favorite thing. I love the feedback. And I understand why some of it doesn't make to the actual page, the Facebook page, and it comes in a messenger, and that's fine too. Anything you guys do to interact is appreciated, and it helps. So thank you for always supporting me. Looking forward to some feedback on this one. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're happy. I actually hope you are. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening. We'll talk again soon. Take care.